It is hard because even now, like they even say he doesn't even know what he's doing on the chair. Like he didn't know what he was getting himself into, and like he's just a mess. She knew everything. He knows nothing.
We did it. We found it. This is it. This is the epitome of your average liberal sheep. Uninformed, extremely vague, media indoctrinated, and casually masquerades feelings for facts.
I just think she's finding it hard to understand why someone like me would vote for someone like him, right?
Yes.
It's hard, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. Don't look at me with your killing eyes.
My name is Kelsey, and I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Dear God, what are you, the #1 member of the Chelsea Clinton fan club?
Today I came here with Dean, and Dean is my neighbor.
I was in the United States Army. I served for 5 years, and I voted for Donald Trump.
My name's Vanessa, and I voted for Hillary.
Oh, gee. Of course. What a surprise.
I'm here today with my boyfriend, Jose.
I voted for Donald Trump.
So we're here to talk about Hillary and Donald.
Oh, Donald.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah, he's your guy.
He's a guy, he's a guy.
Right, people? Right? He's a guy. And yes, this entire video is pretty much the Trump supporters defending and explaining why they voted for Trump.
The decision to vote for Trump was probably the most difficult voting decision I've ever made in my entire life. I don't like Trump as a human being.
Yeah, well, at least he is a human being.
I didn't make my actual decision on who to vote for really until the day of. I didn't sleep that night.
What made you vote for Trump after we were, oh yay for Hillary? I felt really great going in that day voting for Hillary. We needed the change, there needed to be some women power there.
You're not very bright, are you?
I found out my boyfriend had voted for Trump. I was extremely pissed.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, how dare he disagree with you because you're so awesome and attractive and smart and witty and funny and...
Vanessa and I kind of talked about it, but I kind of lied.
He didn't tell me at all who he voted for at the booth.
I was trying to avoid argument.
I had to find out when he was a little bit tipsy when we were with our friends that he actually voted for Trump. I was so hurt.
Feelings, nothing more than feeling.
I get that you voted for Trump. You cared about his economic plans. And the hard thing for me of what I don't get, some of the stuff that he said when it came to like women or when it came to just like other groups of people.
I've never been a woman in America. Like, I couldn't tell you not to be offended by the things that he said.
Well, I can. Grow up. Your feelings aren't that important.
She and I are similar in a lot of ways, but different in a lot of ways. She's from the Midwest. I'm actually from New York, but I lived in Texas for 7 years. I don't like his rhetoric. I don't like the things that he said about women, but you never agree with 100% of everything that your candidate believes.
I mean, there were policies that Bush or Romney or, McCain suggested that I wasn't necessarily on board with, but I didn't feel offended by them. That's what's different about this one.
Maybe that's because it wasn't always cool or in to get offended at everything. Maybe there wasn't a culture of victimhood being pumped out by the left as a way to silence anyone who disagrees with them. Maybe you're just a feeble-minded, oversensitive, narcissistic, culturally vacuous, blind sheep who's been herded by rich corporate politicians that use race and gender and sexual orientation as a weapon against criticism.
I completely understand that.
What you don't understand is that he's a celebrity, so he's gonna like
That's
say
why he shouldn't be on the poll.
Okay. Listen. Listen to me, listen. She's so confident in what she believes in. She's like really like on it.
Nah, she just sounds like she's following the masses because she's unable to have an original thought or opinion. And since you're a spineless man, you're entertaining your views as if they actually have meaning and are based on sound logic and thorough research. All this because you want to get laid.
All I know is Trump is not good.
You only think he's not good because of what he said.
They were talking about Hispanics and how he's so racist and everything, and we're Hispanic.
Who's they? No, really, who is they? I mean, the voices you hear in your head, is that they? All of your friends who think like you and let the media do the thinking for them and don't have an original thought in their heads? Or is there some goblin talking to you in a mirror?
He meant every word.
I don't think so. I know that he did make, some comments that were they weren't nice, but
Like what? Please, someone in the comment section, please cite and reference what these maniacs are talking about. I mean, I know he insulted celebrities, which is not really offensive unless you're the celebrity. Stop legitimizing this baseless claim. It's just poisoning the well. It's a fallacy. It's not an argument, nor is it even a valid criticism at this point. It's just fallacious. Maybe you can learn something from Trump and grow a pair, since you couldn't even tell your girlfriend that you voted for him until you started drinking.
But I'm very open-minded. I was laughing about it. I was like, this guy is so dumb. He's just a celebrity.
So BuzzFeed, is this the person you picked to represent our president? All right, everybody, go ahead and grab a pencil. I want you to grab a pencil. Go ahead and write the word bias. Okay? Now, next to that, I want you to draw a little dash mark, a little hyphen, and I want you to write the word BuzzFeed.
He says like certain things in order to create ratings and in order to create suspense.
My friends are like getting harassed because of Trump.
No, they're not. Stop lying. Pretty much all the harassment is coming from you spineless, helpless, hopeless liberals.
You know, I would never do that. I mean, I wouldn't talk to people the way he talks to people.
I don't like Hillary. The fact that she's done some of the things that she's done, the emails on her private server. I mean, let's not pretend like that's not a big deal.
I volunteered for her in Los Angeles. She seemed like somebody who is going to keep progressing us forward, especially in terms of social issues. I totally get where you're coming from because you have that military experience. And
What does military experience have to do with the emails? He just brought up one of the primary reasons Hillary lost, and all you talk about is your fake vision of what you thought Hillary was. Chances are you didn't read the emails. Chances are you did very little research on Hillary's record. I bet you couldn't even name me one thing you dislike about her.
that's why I like to talk to you about stuff. And he says to John McCain, oh, I like people who don't get caught. I'm like, is this the man that like the Republican Party believes is like the best representative?
No, he wasn't. But chances are you would have voted for Hillary regardless of who Republicans put forth, so your point here seems to be a bit moot.
And obviously I was frustrated too. The thing for me, it just went so farther beyond like all the rhetoric that was coming out of both sides. And I just did my best to try to see past that and see what I thought the Republican America would look like over the next 4 to 8 years, as opposed to what the Democratic Hillary Clinton America would look like.
I do think for a lot of people, myself included, I did not vote for Hillary Clinton because she was a woman.
Yeah, because you want to be able to get abortions.
As far as like, you know, the Supreme Court justice picks, he admitted that he would be comfortable with electing people who were okay with overturning Roe v. Wade.
I'm a Republican, I identify with Republicans. I do tend to lean more toward like the middle. At the end of the day, I had to align myself with my party and have faith that they're not gonna let him do crazy things when he's in office. As far as the Supreme Court justices and Roe v. Wade, that's, I can't, as a guy, like I can't tell you not to be worried about that or how to feel. I don't even think I could possibly understand how you feel.
Yeah.
I win.
Glad that we get to get it off our chest. I do know Jose the way he's saying. It's just that little, like, that little, 1 little percenter. You like question like, what, wait, what the puck is going on over here?
If something crazy happened and you were put at risk, like I would be the first one standing there next to you to fight that same battle with you, because quality matters, like rights, human rights matter.
Well, unless you're a 12-year-old rape victim and your prosecutor's Hillary Clinton.
Of course, he claimed that he did all this stuff. He took a lie detector test. I had to take a polygraph, which he passed, which forever destroyed my faith in polygraphs.
It's because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to change anything. Mm-hmm. The only thing you can change is your relationship.
It's tough to get perspective if you don't put yourself in that environment and have those conversations. You can't be afraid to have these conversations, because conversation is what sparks change. But I get to sit down, and so my eyes get open and I get a better perspective of things. It's what drives our nation forward.
All right, so congratulations. We just watched 4 idiots talking politics.